Welcome to RCFE Deal Room. I'm Dale Corpus. If you're buying, selling, or investing in residential care facilities for the elderly in California, this channel is designed to help you make smarter decisions and avoid costly mistakes. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a long-term RCFE owner thinking about selling, or an investor evaluating opportunities, my goal is to help you better understand how RCFE transactions really work. Over the past several episodes, we've focused primarily on buyers, but today I want to shift gears and speak directly to RCFE owners. One of the conversations I've been having more and more lately goes something like this. Dale, I'm not sure I'm ready to sell yet, but I'd like to understand my options. Maybe that's where you are. Maybe you've owned your RCFE for 5 years, maybe 10, maybe 20. Maybe you've built an incredible reputation in your community, or maybe you're simply starting to think about retirement, slowing down, or moving on to your next chapter. Whatever your reason, I believe the best time to prepare your RCFE for sale is long before you actually decide to sell it. Today, I want to walk through several things every RCFE owner should think about before taking that next step. Let's get started. Number 1, don't wait until you're burned out. One of the most common reasons owners decide to sell is burnout. Running an RCFE can be incredibly rewarding, but it's also incredibly demanding. You're responsible for residents, their families, your employees, licensing, compliance, staffing, operations, unexpected emergencies. It's a business that requires both your head and your heart. Unfortunately, some owners wait until they're completely exhausted before they begin thinking about selling. The problem is, when you're burned out, it's much harder to make thoughtful business decisions. Planning ahead gives you options, and options almost always lead to better outcomes. Number 2, understand what you're really selling. Many owners think, I'm just selling my house, but that's rarely the whole story. In many RCFE transactions, you're selling the real estate, you're selling the operating business, you're selling years of goodwill, relationships with referral partners, established systems, operating procedures, experienced staff, and perhaps most important, you're selling the reputation you built within your community. Those things often have tremendous value. Understanding everything you're selling is the first step toward understanding what your business may actually be worth. Number 3, get your records organized early. One of the easiest things you can do before ever putting your RCFE on the market is simply get organized. Financial statements, occupancy history, licensing information, employee records, vendor agreements, inspection reports, policies and procedures. When buyers begin asking questions, being organized creates confidence. And confident buyers generally move through due diligence much more smoothly. If you're a buyer watching this episode, this is exactly why organized sellers are often easier to work with. Everyone benefits when information is well prepared. Number 4, start thinking like a buyer. Here's an exercise I recommend to almost every owner. Pretend you were buying your own RCFE today. What questions would you ask? Would the financial statements make sense? Would occupancy trends look healthy? Would the staffing appear stable? Would you understand where referrals are coming from? Looking at your business through the buyer's eyes often reveals opportunities to strengthen your business before it ever goes on the market. Number 5, value is about more than revenue. One question I hear all the time is, Dale, how much is my RCFE worth? The answer isn't based on one number. When buyers evaluate an RCFE, they're looking at multiple factors together. The real estate, occupancy, cash flow, staffing, licensing, referral relationships, reputation, location, growth potential, overall risk. It's how all of those pieces fit together that helps buyers form an opinion of value. That's why preparing your business before selling can make such a meaningful difference. Number 6, think about the transition. One thing that sometimes gets overlooked is what happens after closing. Many successful RCFE sales include a transition period. Maybe you're introducing the new owner to referral partners, helping with operations, training staff, answering questions, supporting continuity for residents and families. Every transaction is different, but thinking about the transition early usually makes the entire process much smoother. Number 7, confidentiality matters. One concern I hear from many owners is, what happens if people find out I'm thinking about selling? It's a fair question. Owners worry about employees, families, residents, referral sources. Those concerns are real. That's why confidentiality is such an important part of many RCFE transactions. Every situation is different, but having a thoughtful communication strategy helps protect both the business and the people who depend on it. You don't have to be ready today. Here's something I think many owners need to hear. Just because you start asking questions doesn't mean you're committed to selling. Sometimes the smartest first step is simply gathering information, learning your options, understanding today's market, exploring what your business may be worth, whether you sell this year, 5 years from now, or never. Having good information allows you to make better decisions. If I could give every RCFE owner one piece of advice, it would be this. Don't wait until circumstances force your hand. The owners who generally have the best outcomes are the ones who plan ahead, even if selling is still years away. Preparation creates options, and options create better decisions. If there's one thing I hope you take away from today's episode, it's this. Selling an RCFE isn't just about finding a buyer. It's about preparing your business so you're ready when the time is right. The earlier you begin planning, the more flexibility you'll have. If you're an RCFE owner here in California and you're simply curious about your options, I'd be happy to have a confidential, no-pressure conversation. Whether you're thinking about selling next month or 5 years from now, my goal is to help you understand your options so you can make an informed decision. Even if you never work with me, I hope these videos help you make better decisions. That's the reason I created RCFE Deal Room. If you'd like additional educational resources for RCFE buyers, sellers, and investors, visit simplifyseniortransitions.com/RCFE. There you'll find educational videos, tools, and my free RCFE buyer's due diligence checklist to help you navigate the California RCFE market with confidence. If you found today's episode helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. And if there's a seller-related topic you'd like me to cover in a future episode, leave it in the comments below. I read everyone, and many of these episodes are inspired by your questions. Next time, we'll shift back to the buyer side as we discuss how to negotiate an RCFE purchase without overpaying. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Dale Corpus, and I'll see you next time here on RCFE Deal Room.